Let's address the elephant in the room, though, Buzz.
Yeah, go far away.
The great Madge Maguire.
Yes.
What a season he has had.
He has had a great season.
All those army camps, Fort Denison, the boat with on Belly's boat.
The cultural experience on
Tom Slingsby.
Tom Slingsby, yeah, celebrity cruiser, Anthony Bell, all that.
Well,
mate, if you want me to sit here on a Monday night and not have an opinion, I'm happy to. No, I am. I'm happy to stay quiet.
I love your opinions,
At the beginning
Buzz.
of the year, I was told that Broncos players were struggling to come to grips with Madge's intense style. Right? That was the case. They then went on a harbour cruise. Anthony Bell, celebrities, blah 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 blah. They got beat by South. I wrote the story, simple as that. You know what? I've been proven wrong. Like everyone else at this desk has at various times of the year.
Well, hang on, don't bring everyone else in.
No, well, it's true.
This is about the moment. This is about the Broncos and Micheal Maguire.
Yeah. I know it's about that, and I stand by, Braith, everything I said. And you know what? I'm also told, and if you speak to a couple of players, right, they will tell you they brought in a crisis manager, Grant Williams, crisis spin doctor manager, right, just to calm the farm a bit. He's worked with police commissioners and some very heavy... You don't... You seem to be doubting what I'm saying.
I know, I love what you're saying.
Why do you bring in a crisis manager?
To fix the crisis, Buzz, eh?
Well, exactly.
Well, they had some drama going on, didn't they?
They had a lot of drama.
They've had a bit moving around, haven't they?
So, look, can I give him...
I'll say this to you. I saw Madge during that period, that tough period in Maroubra, and he was doing it tough. They were going through a tough time. They really were. And that's what makes this even more remarkable, because they were in a hole. Even the way they were playing, I remember we were questioning their desire, you know, and that was what they got in there to do, was to lift their intensity, make sure that they were fitter, and they had more desire and you know, and competed harder. And there was some games there where they were just not even close. So that's what makes this so special, Gordy.
Yeah, they've 50 games on from their last grand final to go the redemption story. They can say that it wasn't, but there must have been a little bit of noise in the back of the head. Down 14-0. 14-0 against a side that strangle you, don't give you anything, grind you into the ground. It was a great victory, and it's for the true believers. So to be out there and do what they did, you know, there must be a fair bit of...
The 14-0 comeback. 2 weeks earlier, they did something similar in the second half.
They've done it a few times this year. They've done it a few times this year. Now, the great Brent Reid, he's like a horse in the Melbourne Cup. He's coming down the outside late with some great predictions after a very dismal year. You know, Sam Walker and all the rest of it. And you've come home that strong because you're all over. They were never in doubt, the Bronx.
Yeah, well, I said that the team that wins the comp would have to beat Melbourne in the grand final. And I said you had to be in the top four, Braith.
You did.
And Penrith are out because they didn't finish top four.
I'm proud of you.
Well, you know, I just stuck to my guns, Braith. You've got to be committed. You've got to be committed.
Can I say something?
Nostradamus.
Can I say very quickly, Buzz? The way they played yesterday, I reckon that's the epitome of everything that Madge Maguire wanted them to be. Because they were out, they were down on their knees, they fought back, a bit like the Canberra game, but this one just felt like there was more... just something extra to it, the grit, the hunger. I reckon that's why Madge gets the spew buckets, gets not so much the boat cruises.
Look, I'm still against spew buckets and all that stuff, but you do have to give him credit for those comeback victories against Canberra, and they were gone that day.
You know, a lot of that is because of the spew buckets. Like
you do not need. You don't. You don't. Go and ask the RLPA. Go and ask.
I don't care about the RLPA.
I'll tell you what,
Buzz. Go to 90% of the footy clubs and ask them if players have spewed in the off-season at their clubs. And you know, there'll be more than 90% saying, it happens quite regularly. Because most of the time you come back out of shape too. You know, and it's not even the.
I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I've got strong views on it. I've got anecdotal evidence of heat stress and all this stuff.
They had no problem with it. The NRL looked into it. They had no problem with it.
Yeah, well, they looked into it. They investigated. Right?
Yeah.
What's your next topic?